Action!
It is coming this summer. I am your host, Ryan Superbad Sharp. Today we're talking about Moon Knight, Episode 2, Suit Up. What is the name? Don the Suit, summon the suit. So, hot off Episode 1 here. I'm not hating the series, but I'm not liking it any more than I already was. And that being said, the second episode doesn't really do much other than set up more things. I almost think half of the first episode should have been the first half of the second episode. It should have been like Titan. It was weird to have all the car chase action stuff in the first episode, and then in this one just have I don't really know. I mean, it's just like it's mostly Steven in this one. It's mostly him, and the whole time he's like, "Nah, you're gonna stay in there, and we're not gonna change until the end of the episode." And I get it's like his story, but if you think about the bigger picture of the character and all the characters that get introduced into the Marvel series, then they're going to have to be in like a team up thing eventually. Like Moon Knight is going to have to show up in an Avengers thing. I would hope so. But this episode does a thing where Steven gains control of the suit and then has all the powers of Moon Knight, which I don't think happens in the comics, not to my fucking knowledge, but I had this thought during the episode that when we're gonna get the Avengers team up stuff, is Steven just gonna be like, "Oh, tell Falcon I said this," or is Mark gonna be like, "Oh, it'd be really cool if you mentioned this to Black Panther," because like, is it gonna be like Hulk? Where it's like, hey, we need the other guy. I also got those vibes. I got Hulk vibes. I got vibes of Venom. I feel like they're pulling a lot from those series. It doesn't feel like Moon Knight to me. It's a dope character, but the fact that Steven is now in control of the suit and like gets to fight with it, I don't think I bought. I don't think I liked, and I need like a whole episode. Last episode I said that we're going to fill in the blanks of episode 1, where every time Steven blacks out and becomes Mark, that episode 2, we would get those blanks filled in. But it seems like we're just going on a linear path with Steven's perspective. And it just seems, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect us to spend so much time with Steven is a fucking guy. He's a dude and he doesn't know and he hates everything that's going on. Even though if I found out that, I could just live this alternate life and then like fucking not have to do anything, I'd be pretty okay with it. He's like, I lost my job. It's like, well, you don't have to work because Mark's got a bag full of money and can talk to gods. So, speaking of gods, we should address the elephant in the room, or the bird crane skeleton guy in the room, Khonshu, which is not Khonshu. I thought it was Khonshu. It's Khonshu. He's in this more. He actually has a conversation, and I thought from seeing him in the first episode that his little mouth flap would just like kind of jab up and down every time he spoke, but it just like he just kind of stands there menacingly, and a voice just permeates from this 3D model that's been rendered. So I don't know, man. I don't like the special effects. The Khonshu looks good. That was great, good. But okay. How do I say this? He looks good in the settings he appears in, but the settings he appears in aren't lit very well. There's not like it's all like flashing and like it's darker. So I don't think we've gotten the chance to see him. There's the part where at the end of the episode, I'm skipping around here a little bit, but that's fine. At the end of the episode, we get Mark in control, and then Khonshu appears, and he's like on the building, and then he like is just like teleporting all around, and then it looks so cool. But other than that, the special effects like for Moon Knight, the suit, the like actual suit looked really good, like the business casual Moon Knight, where he rolls up the sleeves, which I thought was a really funny scene. But that suit looks good. The other one where he's like the ancient Khonshu ceremonial warrior garbs or whatever he fucking says like a nerd. But that suit looks kind of like dog shit. It looks dope, like visually looks dope, you know. But something about like the every time he like spawns it on or like does the thing that looks cool, but something about the cape he's wearing is just not. It's like it's weirdly like rendered. It seems like it's in a lower frame rate than everything else in the picture, which it could be, or it could just be budget cuts. Every time Moon Knight moves around, though, like there's that scene where he's like climbing up on all the buildings and stuff, and I thought it looked okay, but it's like they do the slow motion where he like parkours around this thing and does like a loop guy, and that didn't look great. I thought the first episode looked okay, but we didn't really get a lot of Moon Knight stuff. The Jackal looks pretty dope when they're like fighting nothing and it's just like this invisible enemy. I kind of like that. That didn't look terrible. But we do get introduced to, I don't know the actress's name, but Layla, which is probably the love interest because Steven's other personality is married to this woman, but Mark is a mercenary, so he's keeping her in the dark, so she thinks they want a divorce. I didn't think we'd get all this like fucking drama in my Moon Knight series. Like, give me more car chases and Ethan Hawke conversations, because Ethan Hawke's grown on me. His character has grown on me. The fact that he was like the first avatar of Khonshu, that's probably not from the comics. I think they pulled a random dude from the comics from one Moon Knight comic and said, "You're him, but we get to do whatever the fuck we want with you because you're just a name we use," so that people like my dumbass can go like, "That's from Moon Knight 37 from 1906 or whatever." But I don't think Ethan Hawke is supposed to be like any memorable Marvel character from anything. I think he's like a new kind of guy, and we get to know his plot, his grand villain plot, which we get in episode 2, which is literally Thanos. It's Ethanos Hawke, and he wants to kill all the evil people on Earth. He has his little like scales thing that like murders everybody who's bad, who it judges bad, and if he resurrects like his god or whatever, then she can just do that to the whole planet, I guess. So he's literally Thanos, but like condensed. And I kind of like that Ethan Hawke is just like, I just want to live in peace, man. Like, you know, all the bad guys, heaven on earth, bruh. All the bad guys are gonna fucking, well, die. You know, they're gonna die. So I like Ethan Hawke. In the first episode, we didn't really get a lot of him, but I knew he was going to turn out to be like a good. I'm curious of what the fight will be at the end, though, because I don't think it's going to be Mark Spector versus fucking Ethan Hawke's character, unless he gets like a suit for his god. That would be pretty cool. Or Khonshu, he talked about in this episode, like abandoning Mark because he can't do it for his like girlfriend, but maybe he does it at the end for Ethan Hawke, and Ethan Hawke becomes Moon Knight for like a split second, and then fucking Steven and Mark like fuse or whatever, you know, and their minds become one. They unimind from Eternals, and then they win, because you know the end of the series is going to end with a big CGI battle and Moon Knight coming out on top. So that's probably how it's going to end. And we got 4 more episodes. I believe it's 6 episodes long. The next episode we're going to have Bean in, and he's going to be catching us up, you know, telling us what he thought about the first third of the series. So if you like our content, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, tell us what you thought about episode 2 of Moon Knight. But we will be back next week for Moon Knight episode 3, and catch tomorrow. We got coming out our Oscar things. We're going to give our nominations, and then pick our rewards for what we thought the best movies in 2021 were. So, yeah, I'm your host, Ryan Superbad Sharp. This has been Coming This Summer. You're welcome.